I have someone very special to introduce you to if you haven't met him already, and I would say we need to check his birth certificate just to be sure he's actually only 14 years old. But we've literally seen him grow up before our eyes if you've been following along since his videos first started appearing when he was 7 years old, playing Pink Floyd. This is Taj Farrant. He's a 14-year-old Australian guitarist, and he just cut his first record, which is due out in August. He's supported behind the scenes today by his dad, Brandon, who will have a couple words off camera. Throughout this interview, Taj's mom and dad travel with him and arrange their work schedules around his touring schedules, talk about a supportive unit, and this kid deserves it. And I just want to remind you one more time, Taj is 14 years old. You tend to forget throughout this video, but not only because of his guitar playing, but his presence is just really awesome. I think I used that same word when I had Grace Bowers over in the studio. This new generation of guitarists, man, incredible. We're in good hands. Without further ado, Taj Farrant. You're gonna get. We got it.
Nice.
I want to know the first time you decided to publish something on the internet. Do you remember what video it was or what you do?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
So the reason we actually put it up, it was Comfortably Numb. It was like the first song, one of the first songs I ever learnt. And I posted it because my nan lived like 3 or 4 hours away and the service that she had there was not very good. So you couldn't just FaceTime. So we posted it so she could see it. Mm. And then it kind of blew up and we were like, well, we could do something and we might just post a couple more videos to see how it goes.
Did you get excited to like keep going with posting things, or like what happened after in the like next couple weeks after that? What did you focus on?
It was really, I mean, at that point I was only playing like 3 or 4 months in, and I was just like really trying to practice songs, and like it was cool, and I got to like post to people me actually progressing, like still, and I still am progressing in like the whole playing wise. Yeah. So yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
You have progressed, I would say, faster than most people do at your point. So congratulations on doing that. I think you should recognize that. It's really cool what you're up to, man.
Thank you.
And I want to know, you picked up the guitar at what age?
I was 7.
7. And you're how old right now?
I'm about to turn 15, so I've been playing half my life now.
Yeah, when you think about it like that, you've been playing half your life. That's why you're so good.
Yeah.
If I had been... Wait. Oh, no, I've been playing half my life, too. Okay. I think that you have to have some sort of proclivity to be so attached to the instrument at a young age. For me, when I heard Cliffs of Dover, I heard that. I didn't know it was a guitar. I was like, what is that noise? Randomly on shuffle, Eruption came on. There could have been thousands of songs that came on next. Could have been like a Destiny's Child song, like a Britney Spears song, or a Guns N' Roses song, but it was Eruption. So that formula got me addicted. Did you hear a song that unlocked something?
Yeah, it was my pop's birthday, and we bought him tickets to go see AC/DC, and then his friend couldn't make it, so I ended up going with him, and Dad and my uncle also went, and I saw Angus like at our stadium. He comes out of the ground when he was playing, and when he came out of the ground I was like, oh, that's cool, and then he opened with the Shook Me All Night Long riff, and I was like, oh, I want to do this. And then I asked for a guitar for my birthday, and Mum and Dad thought it was a phase for a bit, and then I actually started like properly like trying to get better, and yeah.
So AC/DC is an incredibly powerful, potent potion for getting into guitar. I think AC/DC would probably be on my Mount Rushmore too.
Yeah.
It's like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Metallica. Those were the bands that when I first started,
Yeah.
you know, coming home each day, my friends would be playing video games or going to do something, and I would just be like recording my guitar in this program called Audacity, which I don't even know if it still exists, but it's very helpful to me. How do you make your own music? Because it's really interesting that you have this catalog of music already.
Yeah, so Garageband is my best friend. And it's funny, like, I have Pro Tools and everything else, but I just like GarageBand. And it's like, I can use all the high-end stuff, but it seems to be the base model product is always easier for me. But I mean, now I go to like studios and I record it all like live and stuff. But I mean, it's really, in the start it was really cool getting to learn how to actually record myself playing and stuff like that. So yeah.
Do you tend to practice a lot? Like, what's your practice routine for getting good? Do you even think about it like that, or do you just kind of play? And
there's an exercise I do. I don't really practice like scales and stuff, but I do this exercise and it's not very hard. I start at the start and I go to like 12 and I just go.
Good old 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
Never
and
fails.
it always helps with like the alternate picking, which I felt helped a lot with my playing, because like you don't want to try and be going down strokes the whole time, or just you want to be even with both hands.
The synchronization is something that I'm always working on. And, you know, I've heard tips of people sitting down when they're watching TV, just having the unplugged guitar in their hand and just building that muscle memory.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is funny, the simplest exercises are the ones that work. Just like you're talking about GarageBand is the simple thing, the quickest way to get done what you need to get done.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about playing on stage, transitioning to that side of things, I want to know, do you feel like Angus ever? Like that moment when he rises out of the ground, have you tapped into that feeling at all?
I know that I won't be Angus just because like there's only one Angus.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of focus on trying to be my own type of person. So it's like it's a bit different, but I like the performing sides more than anything.
As you're going to be on tour through this summer, what is some of the things that stick out to you so far? Other than this, you know.
I've got to see some pretty cool places. I got to see Niagara Falls, which was really cool. I mean, the shows is the best part for me. I just like being able to play for people. So, I mean, I like as many people as I can play to. I like to do that. And it's just cool getting to see everyone's expressions when like they hear the music as well. I think I met you there as well.
Did you meet me
I'm
at
pretty
the
sure I
NAMM
met
Show?
you at one of the first, 2019 or 2018.
He was only 7 or... No, he was
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
You were
awesome.
walking through out of like an Ernie Ball booth or something, and you gave him like a bit of a fist bump, and you're like, "Oh, kid, look cool."
Right.
So he's like, "Yeah." He's looking up to all of you guys and Davey Plyro, like that YouTube clip. Don't realise how much he's picked up from you guys more than even just the Van Halens and that, because you guys are showing the breakdowns and really explaining.
Oh yeah.
And that's the new generation and the way to learn. So like you guys being the teachers of this generation, I think, you know, there's kind of a group of yous that really need to take a little bit more credit for these young cats that are coming through, because without the YouTube, that wouldn't be what it is today. And
I appreciate that.
Really
Stuff I learned from you is tone-wise. Like, I always knew you had pretty good tone out of most of the people, because I know most of the people I used to watch had like very tinny, like shreddy tone, and you were the kind of the only person I had, and I was like, I like tone like that. And I was like just looking at some of your videos when I was like younger, and I was like,
I've learned from YouTube just as much as you have.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is just everything's right there, and the hard thing about it is just the context of why is this, but sometimes you don't really need that. What's like a lesson that's really stuck with you? Like if you were to teach somebody something on guitar who like is maybe an intermediate player, what's something that you've really discovered about the guitar that you can think of?
I mean, one thing I teach a lot of people, like I used to teach people back when I lived in Australia. I said volume control is a lot of it, because you can be on you can have the best, like, lead tone, but if your rhythm tone sounds like garbage, it's not going to be as good. Like, you're going to be 110% here, but the rest of the song it's going to be like good 50 or 60. So you want to have like perfect volume control, and it's good for feeling as well. So like,
you're talking about the actual volume now.
Yeah. I don't use those a lot.
You don't use the swells.
I don't use the swells because I normally...
Very nice.
So, yeah, but I use this one just because it's like right there, and if you're nowhere near your pedal board and you have to get to that, you can just use this one really quickly. I tried to show people how to like feel the guitar, but you can't just Google like how to emotion.
It is sort of undefinable, but you know it when it's there.
Yeah, you know how to do it when you know how to do it.
All right, let's see if we can... Sounds so good. This is
Thank you.
Just thinking about when I was your age, when I was trying to improvise, it was something that I sort of tended to steal licks from my favorite players, but you sound like you really have your voice working.
I come up with this, well, I didn't come up with it, but my guitar teacher, before Dad started teaching me, he showed me this thing, and I kind of took it, but I kind of interpreted it on my own. Okay. So it was like, it goes like this, and it, like, I call it a karate chop bend because I don't know what to actually call it.
That's a great name.
Because like when you're usually in a chord, you'd be like, but I mean, it always sounds.
Where did you learn these things? Your dad?
Well, yeah, Dad taught me a lot of it.
Good job.
A lot of it, I don't know what I'm playing, but I know
classic guitar player
how to play it.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
That's the sign that you're doing it right.
Thank you.
You know, it's there's no one right way, I should say, to do anything.
Yeah.
As long as you're picking up the guitar, whatever makes you pick up the guitar, do that thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what keeps it in your hands and what's keeping you getting better. So
yeah, for sure.
That's a fun thing to know about yourself at this point too, because a lot of guitar players I find, or just musicians in general, are like, what's my thing, or what do I got to do? So definitely, you don't need me to tell you, but keep cultivating that feeling, dude. Do you find that there's a certain tone that you're the most relaxed in, or when we were talking about tone, is there some kind of sound that you target? Do you have like reverb on all the time, or do you have a very clean preference?
I have like a very clean, I call it clean dirty, and I actually stole that name, but I call it clean dirty because it's like crunchy, but like it's overdriven, but it's clear. Yeah. It's like clear, I want it to be clear, but it sounds crunchy. You know what I mean? Because you can have like this tone, but you won't get that clarity from an overdrive pedal. So that's why I look for in amps, and I'm like, because I use volume control a lot.
So you just have a real loud amp? That's your style?
Yeah, pretty much. Really loud and clean. So yeah.
Cool. Stevie Ray Vaughan style.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like a real steel string singer. That's actually what that green pedal that you like, that's his kind of preferred steel string singer sound.
Yeah, that's cool.
What they're going for. What about this guitar? Tell me about this.
So this is my... I don't even know what this model is called. I call it a gold. I just call it the Kiesel Gold Top. This is what I play every show, and I do. I use P90s mostly because I feel humbuckers are too driven, and you can get what you need out of these. You can get the single coil like a. But you can also get like the syrupy sound from the...
You have a great guitar tone vocabulary, I have to say. The syrupy, very nice.
Very versatile, so that's why I play this guitar the most.
Yeah, and that makes sense, honestly, your affinity for using the volume knob, because P90s are, they're not like single coils as far as taming them, but they have some nuance to being able to, when you're playing a really loud amp, controlling them with the volume knob is essential. And my friend Jared James Nichols, he plays a signature Epiphone Les Paul with one P90 in it. He's like, this is the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, just P90s are, people who are wed to them, it's like their thing.
Yeah, I remember when he come out with it, the year at NAMM, I was playing with him, and he was like, oh, I like your guitar playing. It was cool getting to see him having his signature model. He has like 3 now, I think. The gold one.
Yeah, he's got the
gold
one. He's got the blues power.
Yeah.
I got it over there, actually.
Nice.
We might have you pick it up before you're out of here. So your guitar into a really loud amp, P90s, volume knob.
Yeah.
That's your setup.
And like I have a DD500 for delay. And Tube Screamer for a boost.
Beautiful. What is your favorite note on the guitar if you have to pick one? I'm getting weird now.
B.
Oh, B.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just like... It has to be B or D, but I just like the B scale the most. So I was like, B has to be my favorite note.
That's the most comfortable spot.
Yeah. Because it's like in the middle and you have all of down here and you have the whole top part as well. Because if you're in A or like G, you have only this much. You can't go lower than what you already are. So if you start in the middle of the neck, you can always go down and up.
Let's see. Let's see if we can do something in B here. We'll change this one to B minor. Settling in, man. Dude, you're ripping.
Thank you.
You like that tone, don't you?
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Because you said you dabbled with the Helix, the digital stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I got sent a Helix, and I like it, but I mean, it's not analog. Like, I like the sound of...
So you think there's a real feeling difference? I mean, I think a lot of people will agree with that.
Yeah.
But what about it? Could you define, like, what's different?
Yeah, because I'm more of a stage player, like I play on stage a lot, if I was running the thing, there's no cab behind me, so I have to have everything in front of me, and it's not the same.
Like out of the monitor?
Yeah, I have to have everything in the monitor. And, like, when I'm playing on stage, if you ask Justin, I don't have anything in my monitor at all. So I don't like anything hitting, like, the front of me. I like everything behind me, so I don't have to, like, it doesn't damage my ears either.
And your vocals too?
Yeah, vocals, I don't have anything in there either.
Whoa. So we haven't talked about your singing, which I think you have a really raunchy, cool sound. I wish I could sing like you. I sound like a airy little boy when I sing. But, you know, we all have our talents. But you have a really cool, brash sound, but it's very, you know, the pitch is strong. Amp on 10, P90s, no monitors. Like, this is getting more and more rock and roll by the second.
I don't really have a lot in
and
my
these are
monitors.
big stages that you're playing, man. Like, I've seen some videos where you're playing with, you know, a variety of different people. Can you highlight some of the favorite moments you've gotten to be on stage with people?
Probably my favorite was when I got to play with Santana. That was cool.
But
actually, my favorite show I ever got to play with anyone was Bim Badgen with Rob Thomas. I actually played with Rob Thomas first before I played with Santana, which was cool because obviously they did the whole
Smooth.
They did Smooth together, and before that I played with Orianthi, and then because Orianthi, like Santana and like Rob Thomas, they're all like kind of a part of the same team.
I'm surprised you didn't get roped into a PRS in the process.
Yeah, funnily, I got given a PRS by Santana. He gave me, it's like the Les Paul Jr. one with the single pickup.
Nice.
It's really nice. It might even be A. Oh, yeah, so...
What's on there?
This.
Ooh!
I
Have to leave it open.
Have to leave this open because I break this like
He's so
a
aggressive
lot.
with the switch.
Oh, the pickup switch.
Yeah, because
What do you do?
I use my pick to flick it.
Oh, nice.
So
dude,
we're
I
like,
never-
well, I missed it, but
I mean, it is called a pickup switch.
yeah.
Aren't you supposed to like, you know,
You
that
could
that
use-
actually might be a new thing. Use your pick on your pickup. Who cares about the body of the guitar?
Yeah.
Just go right on there.
Yeah, my guitar is starting to get a lot of the scratches here and there.
They're gonna have to make like a pickup switch guard instead of a
Actually,
pick
yeah,
guard.
you can see the scratches from all of this. But I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's a tool, right?
Yeah, I call it a hammer. Yeah, I
very
call them
good.
hammers because I'm a carpenter.
Very good to think of these things like that because they are tools to access your artistry. So tell me, as we kind of wind down here, tell me about what you're working on in the studio.
I'm working on my first whole album this time, and we're just getting ready to release it in August. The whole thing will drop there, and yeah, it's pretty cool. We're putting a bit of everything on the album this time. Well, this is my first album, but I'm getting a bit of every genre and putting it in one album. So there's something for everybody on the album.
And when you were writing these songs, where did they come from, if you had to say?
So the way I write songs, I just press record and I just play heaps of riffs and then I listen back to them and I was like, I like that riff, we'll make a song out of that.
In GarageBand.
Yes, in Garageband. But we were at an actual studio, so they were using Pro Tools. Not as good.
Yeah. They're slightly less cool.
Slightly
listening
less
back.
cool.
Is there a riff that you could play off the cuff, like just a demonstration, one of your songs?
This is one that's already been released, but it's going to be on the album, and it's a cool riff, and it goes like this. So yeah.
Cooler, man. You
Yeah.
got the cool little bends that you were talking about, those karate chop
The
bends.
karate chop.
Yeah, it's not quite the karate. Actually, it's like a
It's
karate
just a
slide.
slide.
Karate
Karate
slide.
slide.
Karate chop slide.
Yeah.
Versus a karate chop bend.
Yeah,
You
but
got
it's
both of those. It's
and-
very melodic. It's almost sounds. I'm gonna give you high praise here, but it's a very Steve Vai, like "Die to Live." I don't know if you know that song. So it's
Yeah.
like a little bit of that where you're like going through the harmony, but you're even dancing more through with the. It's not an arpeggio. It's a real riff.
I do some stuff like that in my show, like when I'm soloing, it's like tap harmonics, but I try and do like fast runs, and it always ends up like hurting this hand, because I'm like sitting there doing this, but it's like cool, but then it gets... It's cool, but it kind of sucks after a while, because you're sitting there just bashing your finger, but most people are just tapping it, but when I'm playing, I'm like...
Yeah, I was always taught like you have to treat it like it's a hot stove, like.
Yeah, I never really learnt how to tap. I just like seen people do it, and I'm like, I know how to do it.
Now I got it. Well, that's a gift that I hope you appreciate, man.
Thank you.
That's a really cool thing that you can just hear that and pick it up. It's a sign that you're doing the right thing, I would say.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed, and I am glad to have you here. I'm
Thank
going to
you
be
for having
following along, seeing what you're up to. So where are you going after Nashville? Are you going?
I go Chicago, I'm pretty sure.
Chicago's next.
Yeah.
And how's the road crew treating you? Are you having good time with these guys?
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. On the first tour it was pretty rough, and now we're pretty sorted, and we know what not to do now. So yeah.
Oh, that's all you can hope for, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it was an honor to have you in here, man.
Thank you
Can't
for
wait to
having
see
me.
what you do next.
These are the picks I use. They're a literal butt. That's a butt, and I call them butt picks.
Oh man, I got to get a little shot of that before.
Yeah. I think you might be holding it back. backwards.
Oh, I am holding it backwards.
Yeah, so your finger's supposed to sit in the crevice.
In the butt crack.
In the butt crack.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
You have more?
I have loads.
Okay, great.